Very cool. It looks like Keith Adams has his hand raised. Hey, Keith.
Hey, we are we have been very aggressive, I guess is the best way to put it, at recruiting. We operate food pantries, and I've got Getting Ahead graduates going to food pantries before the thing and talking to everybody who comes out. We've been pretty aggressive at different festivals and stuff that take place in our community, and being there and recruiting in those places. We do indeed get referrals, from within Getting Ahead and occasionally from agencies. But we had really incorporated this much more on our thing, as the realizing that our mission, although we provide Getting Ahead throughout the entire community, we also realize we really need to focus on our own folks, which are food insecure, which happen to be an overlapping group, of course. And so just been really aggressive in utilizing our Getting Ahead people out there to do that. And we're experiencing increase in actual people completing it too. We went from about a 65% completion rate to we're pushing 80% right now during this year. We're finding that folks are more interested if they know about it. And I think one of the things that's also going on is the fact that, with the inflation and stuff, we increased our incentives we were giving $25 cards. Now we're giving $35 cards.
Wow.
Great. We were probably a little under what we should have been at 25, and with inflation running at 10%, that means if we should have been closer to 30, we should be up there. So we've had to do that as well. Post COVID, we really believe that the biggest issue is going to be for our most under-resourced people getting back in after all this disruption. And so we also went from 2 on average Getting Aheads a year to this year we've focused on 6, and we will accomplish 6 Getting Aheads this year.
Wow.
That's great. And we expect to graduate over 60 people. The challenge for us is that we have an 18-month follow-through program with coaching and staying ahead courses. And so I'm looking at my budget saying I wasn't thinking about how long we're going to be staying with these folks.
Right. So you got to think about the long game.
Yes. And so but we're working on that. So
wonderful.
But really getting out there and talking it up directly, so both my director and facilitators are out there talking, but really we're getting folks to Getting Ahead graduates out in front of people in the programs that we're at. Now we also have a program with our aftercare program, after our follow-through program, that includes volunteerism as a way to engage in the community. And so we get so they get benefits from volunteering as part of that too.
What kind of benefits do you get if you volunteer in your community?
Well, after Getting Ahead, we have what we call the Emergency Savings Incentive Program. You have 18 months to accumulate 35 points. And those 35 points, once you accumulate them, you get a $500 cash deposit into an emergency savings account that they own. That's there. And
how clever.
So the volunteer piece, they can get up to 10 points towards their ESIP program through volunteering, and 1 point is 2 hours of volunteering. And so so that piece is a key part of it. We have there's other point values go with our ESIP program.
Do you have that written anywhere? Do you have like online, or something we can all look at to see how, do you have it like in some kind of format?
Like I can show you now or send to you guys, or what are you talking about?
You can send to us later, or is it on your website that we could all go to later? Because I'd like to read more about and get into the details of that stuff.
I can send you our ESIP points schedule, but they get points for accomplishing goals they set at GA. They get points for accomplishing the free coaching program that we have. They receive points for taking extra or staying ahead courses, which we call stability and growth courses. And we have a partnership with our community college to provide points for some of their courses, and the human resource, the HRD, human resource development, which most most community colleges are going to have that grant. And so, and plus the courses that we designed. So they got 18 months, and we're having folks get pretty engaged once they get out. We've got some folks that are getting all this 35 points done in 6 to 7 months.
Nice.
Because they just really get motivated after that for it. So I can certainly, I'll send you that, Treasurer and Phil, after the meeting, the basics of our ESIP program.
Awesome.
Well.
We'd love to. Anybody else, if you would like to see that, I think we could all share that with all of us. I mean, that's fascinating, and I would love more details on that. Thank you so much, Keith. We see how we can all learn from each other. I would have never even thought of something like that. So
well, I'll tell you, just real quick, my idea came from a AHA Process convention a couple of years ago that I went to, when one of the presenters said that they gave away $500 bank deposit as part of their thing. And then with that idea, we developed our own version of it.
Right. That's exactly what this is about, being innovative and taking an idea and running with it and see what works and what doesn't. Beatrice, you've had your hand up